Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a great mountain, there lived a large, venomous snake. This snake was aggressive and angry. It would attack anyone who came near its territory. The villagers were terrified. Children stopped playing outside, and farmers were afraid to go to their fields. One day, a wise, wandering monk arrived at the village. Hearing of the villagers' plight, the monk walked calmly toward the snake's territory. The snake, seeing the monk, raised its head, ready to strike. But the monk did not flinch. He radiated an aura of absolute peace. The monk sat down and spoke softly to the snake. He spoke of karma, of the cycle of pain, and how hurting others only brings suffering to oneself. He said, "Your anger is a heavy burden. Let go of your need to harm, and you will find peace." Miraculously, the snake understood. A profound transformation took place in its heart. It promised the monk that it would never bite another living being again. It decided to become completely peaceful, entirely harmless, and deeply nice. The monk blessed the snake and continued on his journey. Days turned into weeks. The villagers slowly realized that the terrible snake was no longer attacking. They saw it lying peacefully in the grass. At first, they were relieved, but human nature, when it senses weakness, can be cruel. When the villagers realized the snake was completely harmless, their fear turned into disrespect. A group of boys threw a stone at the snake. The snake felt the pain, but remembering its promise to the monk, it did nothing. It just slithered away. Seeing that the snake did not retaliate, the villagers grew bolder. They started dragging it by its tail. They threw heavy branches at it. They trampled over it as they walked by. The once feared creature was now bruised, broken, and bleeding. It had become the village doormat, abused by everyone, simply because it chose to be nice. Months later, the monk returned to the village. He found the snake lying in a ditch, near death, its body covered in wounds. The monk rushed to the snake and asked, "My friend, what happened to you? Who did this?" The snake looked at the monk with tears in its eyes, and whispered, "I followed your teachings, master. You told me to stop hurting people, to be kind and peaceful. I stopped biting, and because I stopped biting, everyone took advantage of me. My kindness brought me to the edge of death." The monk sighed deeply. He gently stroked the snake's head, and said a sentence that holds the secret to navigating human relationships. "My dear friend," the monk said softly, "I told you to stop biting. I never told you to stop hissing." Think about this story for a moment. How many of you are playing the role of that snake in your own lives? You decided to be a good person. You decided to avoid conflict, to stop fighting back, and to be nice to everyone. You stopped biting. But in doing so, you also stopped hissing. You lost your boundaries. You lost your ability to warn people that you demand respect. In psychology, the urge to be overly nice is often a trauma response. It is a survival mechanism called fawning. You believe that if you make yourself small, if you accommodate everyone else's needs, and if you swallow your own anger, people will love you and keep you safe. But the brutal truth of the real world is this: the world does not reward harmless people, it consumes them. When you never say no, when you always apologize first, and when you smile through disrespect, you are sending a signal to the world. You are broadcasting that you have no boundaries. And just like the villagers with the snake, toxic people, manipulators, and narcissists will see your niceness not as a virtue, but as an invitation to abuse you. The famous psychologist Carl Jung said that every human being has a shadow. The shadow is the dark side of your personality, the part of you capable of aggression, of anger, of danger. Most nice people try to destroy their shadow. They want to be entirely pure. But a harmless man is not a good man. A harmless man is just weak. A good person is a dangerous person who has it under voluntary control. To survive in this world, you must learn how to hiss. Hissing is your boundary. Hissing is looking someone dead in the eye when they disrespect you, and letting an awkward silence hang in the air. Hissing is saying the word no, without offering a long, desperate apology. Hissing is letting people know that while you choose peace, you are fully capable of war if they cross your line. You do not need to become a villain. You do not need to bite everyone who wrongs you. But you must stop being a doormat. Your time, your energy, and your kindness are incredibly valuable. Stop handing them out to people who treat you like dirt. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Let people be disappointed. Let them be angry that you are no longer doing exactly what they want. Their anger is the absolute proof that your new boundaries are working. Be kind to those who deserve it, but keep your hiss ready for those who demand it. The world respects the lion, not the sheep. It is time to heal your wounds. It is time to stand up. I told you to stop biting, but starting today, never forget how to hiss.